What's going on, everybody, man? Ooh. Let me change this real quick to TPC, obviously. Now, where do I even start, guys? Vikings down 33 to nothing at half at home against the 4-8-1 Indianapolis Colts. I'm beyond furious. I'm beyond frustrated. I'm beyond irritated. To where I can't even necessarily express how I really feel. I'm infuriated as a Vikings fan, as I'm sure everyone else is. This is pathetic. If there was a worse word for pathetic, I would use it. But this is absolutely pathetic. Not only are you down 33 to nothing at the half, not only are you down 33 to nothing at the half to the Colts, not only are you down 33 to nothing at the half to the Colts, you're also coming off a loss. This isn't you're on a run, you clinch the division, you're kind of kicking your feet back. You're either going to be the 2 or the 3 seed. There's not much to worry about. This wasn't the case. You came back home after a loss to the Detroit Lions, which Detroit is a good team. I'll give them that. But you had an opportunity to wrap up the division last week. You didn't. So be it. It happens. You lost to a good team, a possible playoff team. It happens. I'm not going to sweat you too much on that. But then you proceed to come out and put together a performance in this game against the 4-8-1 Colts. You can talk about we haven't beat the Colts in 25 years. You can talk about the Colts have a really good defensive line. They got a really good. You can bring any of that up. I don't give a damn. You're coming off a loss. You have a chance to clinch the division at home in front of your home fans. The weather's terrible. You had people driving hours to come see you. Me included. Which, again, I'm glad I didn't make that trip. Because I would have been there and I would have been fucking pissed. I would have been fucking infuriating. It would have been infuriating. I'm sorry. But this is just disgusting. This is such a disgusting performance. There's not one place you can place the blame for this. There's not one player. There's not one side of the ball. There's not one position group. There's not one coach. This is a team issue. But the first place I'm looking at is coaching. KOC, this has been the worst play calling game that you've had this year. It's been atrocious. It's been terrible. The most frustrating one for me was it's 4th and 1 in our own territory. We decide to fake punt. If you're going to go for it on 4th down, put it in the hands of your offense. At that point, I think we're down 20 to nothing. The defense obviously has in the back of their head, hey, watch for the fake. They're not going to be fooled by a fake punt. It's 4th and 1. You're down by 20. You got to show some urgency. Why the hell do you run your punt unit out there and go for it on 4th down with a trick play and have your punter throw the ball? What kind of retarded play calling is that? Bandito, I'm not mad at them going for it on 4th down. The thing is, if you're going to go for it on 4th and 1, which was expected, they were not fooled by that fake punt. When you run your punt unit out there and you want to go for it, you want to run a fake punt, the only reason why you run a fake punt is because you feel like you have an advantage against the defense and you're going to throw them off and catch them off guard. That wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. The Colts are ready for that. It's 4th and 1 at what? The 34-yard line. 4th and 1. You're down 20. And you decide to run a trick play with your punt unit. That's stupid. That was the dumbest play call You know what? I'm going to get to a couple more. That was one of the dumbest play calls in this game thus far. Let's not forget the two terrible calls, back-to-back calls. First one was on 3rd and 1. We ran an in around with CJ Ham. Why the hell are we running an in around with CJ Ham? When do you ever run an end around with a fucking fullback? Where does that make sense? You never send your fullback outside. That was a fucking terrible play call. Follow very next fucking play. Very next play. 4th and 1, 4.5 yards. Instead of running just, hey, look, we don't need to be fancy. We don't need to get tricky. Hell, run a QB sneak. I understand we got a backup quarterback or a backup center. I get it. I would much rather QB sneak it there than to line Dalvin Cook up as a fullback and try to run him up the A-gap. It makes no sense. You run a finesse running back. We all know Dalvin Cook's not this big. If we're going to do anything, if we're going to run that play, run it with CJ Ham, first of all. But if you're not going to run it with CJ Ham, run it with Alexander Madison. A guy that has a bigger body that's going to actually fall forward. Dalvin's not going to do that. Terrible play call. And you're going to run it right behind your backup center who's been struggling since he's been playing. Why would you do that? Stupid. Just stupid decision after stupid decision. So the first person I'm looking at for this is KOC. This is it. We're finally starting to see the growing pains of KOC. We saw a little bit throughout the season, but those 10 wins were covering that up. We weren't necessarily stressing that too much. We weren't stressing the second and third quarter lulls. Well, we're finding a way to win. That's all that matters. No. This is it's all right. We're 10-3. This isn't the case for this game. Losing this game is one thing. Losing the way you are losing right now is another. And you're showing every single national media pundit that labeled you frauds, that said you weren't going anywhere, you're in a weak division, you're getting a break this year, you're proving them right with the way you're playing today, with the way you played against the Cowboys, with the way you played against the Eagles. That's not one blowout. That's not two blowouts. That's 3 blowouts, with 2 of those coming at home. Unacceptable. Now, this game is pretty much over. I don't know if there's much to watch. Again, I said it's 33-0 at the half. We get the ball to open the second half. Obviously, we need to get the touchdown on the board, 2-point conversion. Any points we can get. I don't care if we onside kick it for the rest of this damn game. Something's got to change, though. Heads got to roll. Somebody's got to go after this game. Unacceptable being down 33-0 to the Colts at home. It just makes me fucking sick. Makes me fucking sick to my stomach with this team. Year in and year out, it doesn't matter the coach, doesn't matter the quarterback, doesn't matter. We always find a way to look the way we look today. Doesn't matter. Absolutely pathetic performance from this team, from this coaching staff, everybody involved with this team in the first half. Absolutely fucking pathetic. And they all should look themselves in the mirror when they get in that locker room at halftime. I hope they did. And realize the fucking performance they're putting on in front of their home fans today. And this isn't the first time they've done it. Get your shit together. At least come out and look respectable in the second half. We know the game's over. It's 33-0. We're not getting back in this game. It's fucking over. At least make it respectable. That's all we can ask at this point. Vikings down 33-0 at the half. Catch you guys later. Peace.